What's up guys, KalipezTech here, coming back at you with another video. Today, I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons to buy the Motorola Moto G Play in 2021. This phone is the successor of the Motorola Moto G Fast, and being released in January of 2021, it is still relatively new, and it has a lot of good qualities that I really like. And I'm going to be giving you the 5 best things, so let's get started. The first reason you should buy the Motorola Moto G Play in 2021 is the large display. This phone has a 6.5-inch IPS LCD display with a resolution of 720p, a PPI of 270, an aspect ratio of 20:9, and a screen-to-body ratio of 80.6%. So at 6.5 inches, this phone is definitely on the bigger side, and that's going to be real good for stuff like content consumption. If you're watching videos, playing a game, viewing photos, even reading, pretty much anything you would do on a phone, it really helps to have a larger display because all the details are going to look better and you can just see things on the phone a lot better in general. But at the same time, while this phone is big enough to give you all the benefits of having a large display, it's not so big that it's uncomfortable to carry around in your pocket. So in this situation, I do think that at 6.5 inches, the Motorola Moto G Play does have a perfect size display for everyday use. And in addition to that, I have the brightness set to 100% right now, and even though it's only 720p, the quality of the display in general just looks really good. The second reason to buy the Motorola Moto G Play in 2021 is the security features. This phone has both a fingerprint scanner and face unlock, making unlocking the phone really flexible and easy. I've never been a fan of putting in a PIN or a password, especially nowadays when we have the technology to make it so much more convenient. And there's so many phones out there that have either no face unlock or no fingerprint scanner. Even the iPhone 12 doesn't have a fingerprint scanner, which is pretty ridiculous considering that's a flagship phone that's over $1,000. But this phone has both a fingerprint scanner and face unlock. So if you prefer one over the other, or if you just want an extra way to unlock your phone depending on a situation, the fingerprint scanner is located right here on the back, the classic spot for a fingerprint scanner, and it works really fast. As you can see, that took no time at all. Let's try that one more time. So the phone is locked, and now it's not. I really like this fingerprint scanner. It's super reliable. I've never had an issue with it at all. And face unlock is just a nice bonus too. The third reason to buy the Motorola Moto G Play in 2021 is the battery. One of my favorite features about these Motorola phones is the battery. This phone has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery that supports 10-watt fast charging. So not only is it pretty much the biggest battery on the market, but it also supports fast charging so you can charge up the phone even faster. Having a big battery has a lot of benefits. Not only do you get more life per charge with a battery like this, but you also get more longevity. In comparison, the iPhone 12 has a 2,815 milliamp hour battery, so this battery right here has almost double that size. And in a few years, when a battery like the iPhone 12's battery is almost completely dead, this one's probably still gonna have quite a bit more life left in it. So if you're one of those people who prefers to get a phone and keep it as long as you can, then having such a large battery is really gonna be a benefit for you. The fourth reason to buy the Motorola Moto G Play in 2021 is the camera. Now this phone might not have as many camera features as some out there, but for what it is, it does have a really good quality camera that takes great pictures. We got a 5 megapixel front facing camera right here, and on the back we got a dual camera setup with a 13 megapixel rear camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensing camera for portrait mode. Now this phone has portrait mode in both the rear and the front cameras, which is really nice. This is a picture taken with the rear camera of the phone. As you can see here, it does have really good quality for an entry-level phone. The colors look really nice, and the details are really sharp too. Now it doesn't have fancy features like a macro camera or an ultra-wide camera, but it does have a really good quality rear camera that has portrait mode too. If you're looking for an entry-level phone for more basic activities, but also want the ability to take decent pictures for something like social media, then this phone's gonna be a real solid option. My fifth and final reason to buy the Motorola Moto G Play in 2021 is the processor. This phone is getting 3 gigabytes of RAM with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 460 processor. I ran a Geekbench 5 benchmark test on this phone and it came back with a single core score of 219 and a multi-core score of 1058. So while these numbers are nowhere near flagship numbers, and you're not going to be doing stuff like high performance gaming or intense video editing with super large files and stuff like that, you're going to be able to do pretty much any basic activity, and not only that, but you'll be able to do it really well too. Recently, I did a video demonstrating how Instagram runs on this phone, and in spots where a lot of other phones in this price range had a little bit of trouble, this phone performed a lot better. There was no lag on the app at all, and Instagram has some filters with really complicated graphics and a lot of movement on the screen, and a lot of other entry-level phones around this phone's price range could barely keep up if they even loaded them at all. But this phone, even though it had a little bit of trouble on some of the more ridiculous filters, handled pretty much everything else with no trouble at all. When it comes to other things like web browsing, this phone is going to be able to do that stuff no problem. And overall, with basic activities like that, you're going to get a real good experience. Now, I would suggest running the Geekbench 5 benchmark test on your current phone and comparing it to these numbers and seeing if it's going to be an upgrade. But either way, the Motorola Moto G Play definitely has a really powerful processor for its price range. But those were my 5 reasons to buy the Motorola Moto G Play in 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you found this information useful as well. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.